What I'm trying to do here is to work out whether this is the new Volkswagen Golf. I'll let you into a little secret. It is. It's the new Golf Mk7.5, and essentially it's a heavy refresh of the current Golf. So there's a new set of front and rear bumpers and lights, some fresh paint colours like this rather sudden turmeric yellow, and some new alloy wheel designs. In here though is where the biggest change is. Now let's face it, the Golf has never had an interestingly designed cabin, but for the 7.5 it most certainly has. Now it's got a brand new infotainment system and the screen is a lot larger, it's a lot glossier, and it's a lot easier to use than ever before. If you go for the Discover Pro version, you even get gesture control. You can also upgrade the analog dials for a full TFT screen, like the type you find on an Audi, and it costs around £495 depending upon the model. But it's the quality in here that still remains exquisite. Everything you touch feels beautiful, as if it's from the class above and as if it's never ever going to break. There are also plenty of spaces to store things, so there's a large glove box, a drawer under the passenger seat, and door bins that pass the Carbuyer big bottle test. Elsewhere it's all pretty unremarkable but useful. So there's a space under the armrests for extra storage and a couple of cup holders. Standard equipment is improved on this Mk7.5 Golf, as even the most basic version comes with an 8-inch colour touchscreen, LED rear lights, Bluetooth and DAB. But we'd go for this SE navigation, as it has everything you'd need, such as 16-inch alloy wheels, sat-nav, front and rear parking sensors, and even adaptive cruise control with front assist and city assist. Back here, and there are no changes whatsoever, which is very good news because there's a good amount of space. I've got excellent knee room, and thanks to the Golf's boxy shape, headroom is pretty good too. We've got an armrest here with 2 cup holders, and it doubles up to a ski hatch as well. But the only bad thing back here is the soft touch plastics aren't extended into the back of the cabin, so you get these scratchy plastics here, which isn't ideal. But having said that, it is still pretty good back here. Round at the boot, and nothing has changed, which is a good thing because the Golf has always had one of the largest boots in the class. Lift up the tailgate, and at 380 litres it's larger than the Ford Focus and the Vauxhall Astra, but not quite as large as this car's sister car, the Skoda Octavia, or the brand new Honda Civic. Now this car has got some underfloor storage, which is very good. We've got a space saver spare wheel under there, but there's also a clever little party trick. Now if I just take out the parcel shelf and just put that there, put it on the floor so it doesn't blow away, and if I take out the shelf, you can store this under the boot floor. So put that down there, grab this, slot this back in, and there we go. The parcel shelf has been successfully stored, and of course you can always make the space larger with the 60/40 folding rear seats, and you fold them down and you've got an almost flat loading area. Just as before, for the enthusiastic driver, there's a range of GTI, GTD and R models, but here we're focusing on the standard range. So for diesel fans, there are 1.6 and 2 litre diesels, while for petrol, there are 1.4s which can run in 2-cylinder mode to save fuel. And there's also a brand new 1.5 litre turbo petrol. This is the other new engine. It's the 1 litre 3-cylinder turbocharged petrol, and it replaces the old 1.2, which never really was a very good fit in the Golf at all, but this is. Now it's used in a raft of VW Group products. It's used in the Audi A3, the VW Up, and so on and so forth, and it's a really good fit. It's zippy and energetic when you want it to be, and yet it's very smooth and refined as well. We got around 40 mpg out of this 113 bhp 1 litre, which is pretty good. But if fuel economy is your priority, then the diesels will make more sense. The 1.6 in particular should return around 60 mpg. I've always loved Golfs. It's their ability to just feel right. Take the steering for instance. It's light and accurate enough, but it's not too light and accurate. The pedals are all nicely weighted, the gearbox is nice and slick, well the 6-speed manual is, and it just has this ability to dart around corners. It's not pinpoint sharp like a Ford Focus, but it's not too far off. And the Golf is really comfortable as well. As long as you don't go for really large wheels, the Golf has a very comfortable ride, meaning you don't have to spend extra for the dynamic chassis control.
And on the motorway, it's quiet and hushed, making it a very relaxing car to drive, and there's also good visibility, so it's easy to park in town.
Bad things? Well, with the Golf there aren't many, but the glaring problem with this Golf is that you have to pay for that badge and the 40 years of heritage. Now you can get a lot of what the Golf offers a lot cheaper than the Seat Leon, and the Vauxhall Astra isn't too bad either. The options list on this car is very extensive and expensive as well, so my recommendation would be just to stick to the standard models.
You may criticise the Golf for being a wee bit boring, but you can't complain, it does everything brilliantly. To sum up, this facelift just enhances what the Golf has always been good at, and that's being a brilliant all-rounder. If you're interested in the Golf, then watch our review of the Vauxhall Astra and our family hatchbacks playlist. Make sure to subscribe to our channel by pressing our logo, and please like and share this video.